Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Phillips, and we are getting ready for the spring 2021 semester. This right here is a list of all the courses that I am teaching this semester. My schedule is on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as usual, for those who have had me before. CAS 303, which is Comm Theory, will be at 9:05. 204, which is Research Methods, will be at 10:10. 101, which is the intro class, at 11:15, and then 475, Studies in Public Address, for all of you senior capstone folks, is at 1:25 p.m. This is what my schedule is, but obviously with the online situation, a few things will be tweaked here and there, which I will discuss in the next slide. Office hours are generally just Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. You can shoot me an email, you can shoot me a text message. I do have my phone number on the syllabus now, so you're welcome to call me, FaceTime me, text me, as long as it's just 9 to 5, regular business hours, Monday through Friday. I'll do my best to make sure that I get back in touch with you, but please note that Monday, Wednesday, Friday, during business hours, I'm pretty booked teaching classes here. As far as our semester setup, we are going to be on Zoom again this semester, unfortunately, but I think I've gotten a lot of good feedback from the students from the fall semester to help me figure out a way to best update my classes. All right, so here's a couple things I learned from the fall semester teaching online that I'm going to carry over to the spring semester, hopefully to make it just more enjoyable. All right, what we're doing. I'm trying to cut out all the busy work. I'm trying to make sure that we don't all suffer from Zoom fatigue. So here's some things that I've learned from my students last semester that I'm going to be implementing this semester. So the first thing is that we will have a Zoom room, right? I have a personal Zoom room that I send all, the code is in the email, so just check into that code all the days that we do meet on Zoom. And please note that if you check in a little bit early, for most of you, I have a class right before then. So if you come into the room, be quiet or have yourself on mute if you get there a little bit early while I'm still kind of carrying over from another class. All right. Please note that not every class will be live on Zoom, even though we're a Zoom class with a specific schedule, 9:05, 10:10, 11:15, 1:25, right? I'm not going to have you meet every day sort of live on Zoom, all right? What I learned last semester is that Zoom fatigue is very real, and on those days when I'm just lecturing a lot of content, students turn off their cameras, they turn off their microphones, they're still laying in bed, they're not really paying attention. That's not useful as far as the content, and students aren't getting anything out of it. So what I started doing last semester, because students recommended it, is I started to post those lectures on YouTube. So I do have a YouTube channel. This is obviously the YouTube channel. You can subscribe to it, right? So that you get all the updates every time I post a new video, so you can go check it out, right? But when I post, the days that I post lectures on YouTube, we're not going to be required to be in class that day as far as the Zoom session is concerned. So what it'll really look like generally for most of my classes is I do about 2 days of YouTube lectures that I post online. You can access it at your own time, and you can go back and rewatch it. For quizzes, for tests, what have you. You could watch half of it, right? You could take a break. You can watch the second half. But when we do Zoom live all the time, if your internet ever cuts out, you jump back on 10 minutes later, you might have missed something. And again, I'm not an idiot. If you're taking a 9 o'clock class and you're 20 years old, some of you might still be in bed sleeping and not really paying attention. So I'm going to post lectures online. It'll not entirely, but close to this. It'll be like 2 days of YouTube lectures online. You can go watch at your own time. And then the third day, we'll come into class live on that day, and we will talk about the lecture material, maybe the book that we're reading. We'll have some sort of discussion. So my expectation of you is that because we're not meeting live on Zoom every day, the days that we do meet, I expect you to be there on time, cameras on, microphones on, participate, have something intelligent to say. That's my expectation. So if I'm going to sort of cut back on the constant Zooming, right, my expectation is that when we do have a Zoom discussion, you are going to be present and active during those days. All right. So come to class on the days we have Zoom, come to all those classes with a couple notes of something intelligent to say. Don't just sit there with a black screen to stare at, for the hour of class. All right. Please make your Zoom profiles professional before we get going. All this means is that if you do have your cameras off, I know some people turn their cameras off because the internet connection lags if they have the cameras on. I had that problem last semester, so it's totally understandable, right? But if you do have your cameras off, please make sure that you have a professional or an appropriate picture of yourself up there, just so that I can look at a lot of faces as opposed to looking at black screen. I'll look at a whole bunch of black screens the whole time. That's it's very sad when that happens. But also, if you have your picture up there and you have your the name that you'd like to be called listed there, that way I can just put faces with names. I can get to know you a little bit better. And it's just easier on me to look at, 20 faces with appropriate names, as opposed to looking at a bunch of black screens with just like anonymous usernames, right? So just put that up there for me. It'll help me out a lot as far as learning names and faces, and that'd be great. All right, so make sure your Zoom square is all situated into an appropriate learning environment for Wednesday when we start class. Everything will be clearly marked on the syllabus as far as the days that we meet and we don't meet live on Zoom. And it's just a very clear syllabus. For those who had me last semester, you know exactly what I'm talking about. What I do know is that this Wednesday during your class time, we are meeting live in Zoom. So this Wednesday, be there. I'll have the syllabus ready for you, and we'll go from there. I'll talk you through how to sort of look at the syllabus to know what days we're meeting and not meeting. And the other thing is that what students said was helpful last semester was every Sunday and every Thursday, I will send you an email reminder. It'll be brief, but it's just a reminder of what's upcoming. So if you have any papers due, what days of that week we're going live on Zoom, just make sure you're checking your emails every Sunday and every Thursday. Even if I don't have anything important to say, I'll just email you and say like, this week, just make sure you're still working on that paper, right? So even if there's not a ton of information, there'll just be a little bit of something there just to kind of remind you what's going on. All right. So again, finally, I'm going to see all of you Wednesday. I'll have the syllabus ready for you on Wednesday. All you need to do right now is show up to class on Wednesday. Please make sure you get online early so that your internet connection works and everything's working for you. That way we can start on time. I don't want to get to 15 minutes in the class, have you pop in, and then all of a sudden you missed a lot of important information as far as how class is going to run this semester. Okay, so all you really need to do is you can check in with the online bookstore. All the books that are listed on the online bookstore we actually use in class, right? I don't assign books that we don't use. So if you need to order your books off Amazon or the Penn State bookstore, please do so. Get those books, right? Make sure your Zoom profile is ready to go as far as a picture and a name for yourself, and just get to class on Wednesday. All right, get to class on time on Wednesday. That's all you need to worry about right now. And finally, if you want to subscribe to my channel so you get the updates every time I post a video, you're welcome to. Please note that every time I post a video, it might not be pertinent to your class because I have 4 classes, so there might be other things. But at least you just kind of get those little reminders and notifications just to kind of keep yourself on track so you don't miss any content. All right, so that's really it. See you all on Wednesday, and I'm looking forward to a great semester.